Okay, I'm just checking everything's working. Microphone is working. I'm just checking to see everyone else is working.
Long as you.
Yep.
I've got a hell of a ping, but we're here.
Well, we're not playing FPS games, so I think we'll be okay.
Nah, I just hate when I re-listen to recordings and I'm interrupting everyone because I'm 3 seconds behind.
Yeah, I do that as well.
Nick doesn't have an excuse. Nick just does it.
I have an excuse. It's called, if it's not me talking, what's the matter?
Yeah, don't care.
Right.
I love you guys. I've missed you.
Everyone gets to see all of the flaws and stuff and merits that people have been rolling.
Yeah,
for some reason.
Because they added a thing that lets us
yeah,
just do
put
that.
it in the chat.
That's that
Yeah.
new.
We thought it would pop out the description, but instead it threw it in the chat.
It's been a thing on the D&D 5e sheets for ever, but I think it was only just added to the VTM sheets.
Yeah, because D&D gets everything first.
Yeah, because it's the moneymaker.
Special baby D&D fucking. What's this? Oh, there is some new stuff. Fascinating. Oh yeah, I see it now.
Yeah, it looks like it would just give you a little blurb, but no, it throws the yep, there it is.
Yeah, there it is.
Why is this song in my playlist?
Look at the last one. Look at the last one on that list.
Yep.
Animal succulents.
I'm pretty sure that
Yeah.
Archie might be the only one that has 3 dots in a discipline.
Yeah, maybe. Well, actually, he has.
Yes.
What? Hang on. He has 2 dots in it on the actual discipline itself, but he has a 3rd level ability.
Mm.
Nick?
Oh, I think. Oh no, it's because remember I Oh no, because I updated obfuscate. That doesn't seem right. I luckily.
We only have 2 disciplines, so maybe.
Yeah.
That's probably why.
I've probably fucked something up
I
somewhere.
fixed it for you anyway.
Okay, cool.
Not a big deal.
That explains so much about Archie now. You only have 2 disciplines.
Are you meant to have more than 2?
Creepy.
I mean,
Creepy paper.
generally 3 is the
Huh.
is like.
Yeah, I'll just.
Although, yeah, you can go more, but 3 is generally what you have access to start with.
Yeah, look, I was considering getting a 3rd discipline. I just don't know
You just
yet.
wanted the succulent animals.
I wanted
Well,
animals.
what it was is that his predator type gave him access to a one that he already had.
Yeah, because they're not Nosferatu.
So I think that's what happened.
That's fine. It's not a big deal. I was just making
Mhm.
sure that he. It didn't say. It would seem weird if he like was cheating so he could have animal succulents.
Yeah, weird one to die for.
Like, where were you? Where did we
We're in the
finish off?
car.
Who wants to recap?
I did not finish the episode. Whoops.
Blue is exempt from recapping, unless
I know
Blue
we
doesn't
found
want
a head, and
Yeah.
now we're off to fight some bitches, and that's about as much as I
to. Oh
remember.
yeah, yeah. So, go on, Nick.
We also met with the prince. Was that last session or session before?
Yes.
Yeah.
Last session.
That was last session.
Yeah, okay. I was pretty sure it was last session. I just wanted to
Yeah,
double
where
check.
he decided just to, yell at
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, and the prince
Stuff.
decided to make us all piss our pants.
If
Yeah,
we
well-
were biologically capable of doing that still.
Mhm. Use the blush of life to make you piss your pants.
I don't even think with the Blush of Life you could do that. I mean, you could piss
Aw.
blood, but that's gross.
I'm about to say, I feel like that's a gross
don't
waste
normally?
of resources.
I mean, if you want to.
I mean, I
What
guess
else?
if like you're stuck in a bathroom and you got to pretend to be human and you're like, ah, shit.
I
What else
don't
did we
know.
do?
I feel like there's more questions if you like. Okay, I'm gonna go and like it's like the urinal or something, and then you just start fucking like
Yeah.
a stream of blood. Like, oh Jesus!
No, and then you start screaming.
Yeah. Ah!
And then you don't have a problem anymore.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
And
Wow.
mate, there's a joke only Nick would get in the chat from legit Brimstone.
Oh, is very good, Perf. That's yeah, Freya.
Oh, cool. Hello, Freya.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was like, legit Brimstone. Isn't that the name in
yeah, it is on Cockatrice.
Cockatrice?
Yeah. So the prince yelled at you. The prince made Victoria the most combat capable member of the coterie.
He has a
Into-
dot in brawl. We
into the
found out.
into the scourge, the scourge, who is the like the Camarilla executioner.
Perfect typecasting.
Yeah, which she accepted happily, very happily.
It's a
Well,
good
it's like-
business opportunity.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a way
Exactly.
to move up.
Why would you turn down such a lucrative offer?
yeah. I don't know what everyone else thought of Victoria getting promoted to executioner.
I took humanity damage. Remember?
Oh yeah,
That's
you did
right.
too.
I succeeded the remorse check, so it was fine. But Archie was very uncomfortable
Yeah.
with it.
I doled out some humanity stains for like the second time ever, which I should do more, but I always feel like I have to explain my reasoning, and then when everyone's like, I'm like, well, okay, don't worry about it.
No, but that was fair. Archie definitely.
Next Chronicle, I'm making a rule that my humanity stain rulings are final, and you can all just suck
Mhm.
it.
I think
That's valid.
Javier's the only one who hasn't had a humanity stain.
That's because Javier's barely a human.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me see if let me have a quick look at Javier's convictions and see if maybe we should have given. I mean, if we didn't at the time, we won't. But I'm just saying. These aren't convictions. They're just like things that he does. No wonder he
You
has.
You looked over them and said they were
I
fine.
know I did. I'm an idiot. Remember this?
It's okay. So am I.
I think I might have made a note to talk about. Don't worry about it, who cares. You've got the Chronicle tenets. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I do like using the humanity stuff. I also like the blood resonance stuff, but we kind of we've had a moratorium against it.
I have no idea what blood resonance is.
Good.
I mean, I tried to read over it and I still don't understand it. And like every time I ask, no one gives me a good explanation.
Because there isn't one.
There is, but it's just
Yeah.
it's just weird.
I do not believe you. I do not believe you.
It's very difficult to make it cool. It's not like when you go out and be like, okay, so you need sad blood, so you got to go out and find someone really depressed, or make someone really depressed, and then drink their blood. You got to get this really sad blood. That's what you want.
How does that work with Pharma though?
Doesn't.
That's
why
the
it's
challenge.
That's the hard part.
Okay.
All the blood you get is animal, so the only thing you can really raise.
I could probably find a sad rat.
The only disciplines you could really raise are animalism. The rest of them you can't really do because you don't drink. But yeah, we for this chronicle, I may change it for the next chronicle. I've been pretty.
Yeah,
lucid
I think the other reason his convictions haven't come up is because we've only had like 5 or 6 days in game.
Yeah, that's true. We haven't really.
Because one of them is needing to go to church, and it's not even been a week.
Yeah, you went once.
We did.
That was good. I should.
He's got a lot to confess.
I think you went home after you spoke to the prince, because I think you went separately because it was
Yes.
you had some grievances, and wanted to like
Yeah.
go out and
Archie and Javier walked. That's what it was.
Yeah, and Archie's like, hey, what's a skirt?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got to inform Archie what a scourge is.
I think Archie the oldest of the.
I think Victoria's older.
I think they're
Okay.
about tied. I think they're both about 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 77 for Victoria, and Archie was around this time Star Wars came out, which he didn't write down. God damn it!
Oh, I wrote down the year I was turned, didn't I?
No,
I didn't write down my date of birth. I think the date of I know my date because I was 20 in 1977, so 1957 was the year I was born.
There you go. You're probably around the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like actual age? I thought you meant like vampire age.
Oh no, vampire aged 5 years. It's been.
Yeah.
Yeah, babies.
Um,
You're all babies.
I think in that case, Victoria is older than Javier by a year. And that's what that is, because Javier is 55.
That's right, yeah. It was 4th of November 1957 I was born, because I remember looking up at that date and I was like, fuck, it's Tony Abbott's birthday.
Oh, you stupid bitch.
I think I just picked one randomly.
Bad luck.
Yeah.
That's the
Is
thing.
Victoria's birthday still in June?
Yeah. June
Cool.
18th.
Javier's is July 13th. So yeah, they're almost exactly like a year and a month.
A sociopath can have convictions. Their convictions are just like
Sociopathic ones.
yeah, like kill people because I'm better than them. It's like the humanity and morality stuff doesn't have to be like good morals. They just have to be morals that you uphold.
Yeah,
yourself.
just because Javier's Catholic doesn't make him a good person.
Yeah. I think Archie. I mean, I don't know. Astrid's kind of a good person too.
Yeah. Although she
Astrid
would
has to
disagree.
be a good person. That's the only way you can be Humanity 9.
I always like to think that, like, her realizing her coming to grips with becoming a vampire made her just like go like, oh man, I was a shitty person. I have to be better now. But that's just me.
Yeah.
Because
That's-
I feel
Yeah,
like
but
she would like I wouldn't say she was a bitch when she was alive, but I feel like she was flaky. Like as fuck.
Probably having to live in Archie's like rat shack probably helped.
I was gonna say it probably humbled her.
Yeah.
Like I feel
But
like this is definitely like a humbled Astrid. So like maybe one day I'll explore what she was like before everything.
it's fun. You should do it.
I'll do it next time. But today we got other pressing matters to do.
Today we ride.
Yeah.
I think
so-
Javier's driving.
Yeah, I think that we ended the session with you finding the sheriff's head moments before it crumbled to dust.
Yeah.
Inside Victoria's vandalized car,
poor car.
which was how Victoria got a humanity stain. Now I remember.
Mhm.
Damage
She
to
got
a
over it, but like,
Yeah, damage to a touchstone. You reasoned that it could be buffed out. It wasn't like
Yeah.
the table that was.
no. We can fix it. It's fine.
Well, at least you hadn't repainted it already.
True.
Did you all get into the same car to go off into the
I-
western
I
suburbs?
think we did.
I believe
yeah.
so because Victoria was like, I don't want to take this into Sabat territory.
Yeah, we're taking the work car. That's right.
Yeah, you had like
Yeah.
yeah, you got like a black
Yeah,
sort of I don't know, like a
the company car.
like a company car from the prince. And you really
Yeah,
didn't have
From
any,
the prince, shouldn't it be a horse and carriage?
I mean, we have them in Melbourne, or we used to. If you want to ride around in a horse and carriage, you can arrange that.
Archie's just really hungry. She's just really
Just
hungry.
in
so
case.
hungry he could eat a horse.
Yeah.
2 Big Macs tied to a trailer.
I also realized that that last session, I believe. Actually, yeah, because I don't think that Javier actually did any driving in that Datsun because wait, no, he did, but yeah, that the drive in the Datsun was the first time that he'd driven in Australia, and the other car was the second.
Why is everyone on the wrong side of the fucking road?
Maybe that's why he got there so fast. He was on the wrong side of the road.
The Datsun is also at the warehouse, but it wasn't touched by the. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, they didn't care about that one.
Yeah, they ignored that. Yeah, okay, so you were going into the western suburbs, which is like the general, like Footscray, Seddon area. You didn't really have anywhere you were going to look. I don't think you had any leads beyond they went that way, or you assume they went that way.
Yeah,
We
we're pretty
did
sure that
one?
they only left recently because the head was still there.
Yeah, and
So
it was.
we're not too far behind.
That's true. So, what would you like to do? Just drive off in that direction?
Yeah, I think Javier's
Probably.
just like, where are we going?
Who is driving the car? Is a question.
I think it is me because I have the best drive skill.
Yeah, I think that's what we agreed on.
Okay, so who's sitting where in the car? This is like the VTM equivalent of marching order in D&D. Who is sitting where in the car?
I'm in the back. I know my place.
Oh.
Yeah,
If Archie's in the back, Victoria's definitely in the front.
yeah, she would have called shotgun.
Archie's in the boot.
Yeah. Ratfew's in the back
Yeah.
with a little seatbelt on.
Already.
Archie's
like-
our secret weapon.
Oh yeah, and we were
Pull
listening
him out of the
to
boot.
we were listening to one of Javier's mixtapes. That's right.
That's right.
And Rathew is already filling the car with like rat shit and other filth.
Good. That helps keep me from being Bane.
I love the idea of a Toreador that's Bane, like to counter their Bane, like they just like encourage an animal to shit all over the place.
It's vandalism.
A
It's
real-
vandalizing corpo property. That's like the most punk you can be.
It's still funny to me. Like, consider like the classic image of a Toreador, but they're like, shit on this, shit on it. They're like, we can't, we're vampires. It's like, no, God, no. Get a ghoul.
Get a ghoul.
Oh, I didn't change the title on the stream screen, so I'll change that now.
I mean, I know I've heard of shitty cars, but
So, I mean, you can drive off in that direction, even if you could see their vehicle. Like, it's not the streets aren't dead. There are cars moving around, and you don't really know what they drive. Because the only time
all we
you've ever
have is
encountered
a
one of
tire
them,
track pattern.
yeah, but you only really got that in like the gravel forecourt of the warehouse. Once it hit the road, you kind of lost it.
Yeah.
The,
I just mean like we could recognize the
yeah.
tire if we come
yeah.
across the vehicle.
That's true. You drew it in your notepad, I believe.
I did.
You drew a little tire squiggle in your notepad.
Apparently, I'm the car guy.
Mr. Cars. Yeah, and I was going to say, and the only time you've encountered these people is that time when they attacked Victoria's car the first time, and they weren't driving anything; they were just standing on the road.
And when they attacked Javier.
Oh yeah, that too. He also didn't have a car then.
Oh, I know what he smells like.
Oh, there you go.
I know what his blood smells like because I've not only smelled but tasted it.
Do you have like a? Oh, you have like a bloodhound ability?
There you go. This is so nice. I can just click it and you can just know what I have.
You can smell the resonance of a human's blood without tasting it. You still need to be within olfactory range. I think that could count towards like being able to track. But what is your olfactory range? See, it's the problem with these like low like narrative based systems. They don't let you calculate your olfactory range.
Yeah.
You're playing Traveler.
I'm pretty sure that's just like the normal range of someone's sense of smell.
Well, also, I think that has to do with the resolve awareness. Like, maybe some people, if they have a higher awareness, they have a better sense of smell.
I mean,
maybe his
I
blood is
imagine
like...
his sense of smell kind of sucks because, you know, he was a smoker.
Okay, well, stick your head out the window and sniff the air like a dog in a car. And roll resolve plus awareness.
maybe if we're lucky, his blood is like bad cologne. You can just smell it from like a mile
Well, also,
away.
the other thing he's worried about is the sheriff's blood was everywhere too, and he's worried that someone ate her, and if someone ate her, they got some rancid vibes.
Well, I'm going to tell you can roll it, but yeah, it's going to be like a difficulty 4 because the idea of just like sticking your head out the window and being like, where is he?
Oh no, I just meant like once we get like if we get closer.
Okay, yeah, okay. I thought you meant like you're doing it now, just like
rolling
into a new neighborhood, sniffing around for a man.
So what are we doing? Like,
good question.
Are we just gonna drive to the suburbs? Should I try to do another premonition?
Yeah, I was gonna suggest a premonition.
Because I can do it. I'm only at 2 hunger, so even if I fail the rouse check, I'll be at 3.
Well, if you guys get really hungry, you do have Rathu, who is
no.
Rathu would not feed any of us. Maybe Archie.
We feed Archie pretty well.
I'm at 3 hunger.
Yeah.
I'm not eating Rathu.
Is that the plan? Premonition?
You're not making me eat that fucking rat.
You can try premonition if you would like.
Yeah, I'll go for a premonition just to see if I can.
You're sitting in the back with Archie.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this.
I'm hungry, but
join the 3 hunger club. Look, we'll eat when we get there.
Yeah.
So this one's gonna be resolved and aspects. Okay.
hungry.
Oh, right, it does this.
You know, we might not have a good enough nose, but I bet a medium-sized dog would.
Oh. But
I'm
we don't have
sorry.
anything.
Go ahead.
Nick would just eat.
Yeah.
So,
And I mean Nick, not Archie.
any pool size modifier?
No.
Okay. Difficulty, just put it at 1 since that's usually what we do.
Oh no!
Ah.
Yeah!
I mean, that is 7 successes.
But it's a
Ah.
messy
Oh, boy.
critical.
Very
You're
good.
the one who's gonna stick your head out the window.
All right, so
Before
I
rolling
take
down the window.
I take 1 point of superficial will damage. Is that right? Is that what we're doing, or is it humanity damage? I always forget what we're doing with messy criticals.
You have a special thing.
No, that's on bestial failures.
Oh, okay. I thought that was on messy crits.
I just know that
I
we've been
think it
talking
can-
about. I just know that we've been talking about doing things for messy criticals. I don't know if we actually are.
There are several different ways that a storyteller can go about it. They can either have it be that you cause a masquerade breach, they can have it that you destroy a touchstone or damage one, or that you can get stains from what you're doing.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I could do. I think the most fitting thing here would be. Okay, so you do have this vision, and it's not just this time. It's not through the eyes of a person. It's maybe through the eyes of, like, you think it might be an animal of some kind, either a flying animal or an animal that climbs up very high. You're looking down at a corner bar, and maybe you think, another bar, great, it's always a fucking bar. But that's the Australian way for you.
Mhm.
The bar is dark, even though it's like prime hours for people to be out drinking. It's open. The front door is open, but it's dark inside. Your vision is tinted red, so you don't really get an image of colors, but you can see the street signs. Which I have my map, which will but I can tell you exactly where it is. Maps. Where's my maps? My maps. I forgot.
Just waiting for her to be like, I know, and reach over the seat for the steering wheel or some shit.
We'll see.
Look at me. This is my car now.
Oh, well,
Astrid, take the wheel. Not like that.
Okay. Yes, it's in Footscray. So you're on the right track. You see, it's on the corner of Irving and Nicholson Street.
Oh, me son.
What? Oh,
Me.
fucking idiot.
My son.
You. I thought that was something worth stopping to listen to.
No, God no.
It's called, and you see a sign above the door. It's just called Frank's. And that's when you flash back, and you are reaching past Javier, and you are clutching the wheel, and you are basically in your state of ecstatic vampiric prophecy. You have moved with like strength and speed that even you can't access normally. Like, this is like the domain of someone in the thrall of the beast in a frenzy.
Mm-hmm.
Javier, I think I'm gonna say you not even say you can roll to resist Astrid grabbing the wheel, because Astrid is like a Mack truck.
Astrid has twice as many dots in strength as me. That's not going to happen.
And Astrid wrenches the wheel, and is steering. But as you sort of come out of that daze, and you're in that daze for not quite a minute, but enough time for everyone in the car to be like, "Oh God, Astrid is like completely zoned out, but also steering the car."
I think at that point he just slammed on the brakes.
Yeah. Well, this is where we make the decision. Well, the dice will make the decision. Give me a 1 second. I just need to get my sheet up for reference. Give me a dexterity and awareness roll, Astrid.
Is my celerity still up from when I procced it earlier?
No, I would say we're in a different scene now because we've.
So, but this is my roll.
Yeah.
So dexterity plus awareness.
That's right.
Okay. Right. There's a better way to do this. Let me put it down here. There we go. 0 modifier. 1. Oh, you did it so quickly last time. Why not this time? It happened like instantaneously. Oh, there it goes.
Oh,
Okay.
is that a... Oh no.
No,
Lordy.
it's
Ooh,
fine.
Lordy.
Is it? Because you
It's-
don't know what the difficulty I set for it
Yeah,
is.
you don't know what the difficulty is. If you didn't
I mean,
enough
I don't know what the
successes, that's a
difficulty
bestial
is.
failure.
I thought it would tell me if it was a bestial failure.
It would if it knows what the difficulty is supposed to be.
Oh, okay. I got you now.
It's
I
not,
got you
don't
now.
worry. But what it is your car, sort of as you snap out of it, you instinctively sort of wrench your hands away, and the car makes a sudden, sharp turn and rolls. With all of you inside of it.
Oh no.
And what I'd like you to do now is just give yourself, because you're kindred and you're not really like brutal things. Just give yourself 1 bashing damage, which is just clicking the health track once, and I think it will just be a single line. I think it's called bashing damage. It might be called something else now. I know it as bashing damage.
Bludgeoning?
No, I don't think it's bludgeoning. What is it called?
Is it aggravated or superficial?
Superficial.
It's
That's it.
superficial.
Superficial damage. It's not aggravated because it's not from a
Okay.
supernatural or. Yeah, so you're all kind of bumped up, and your car is upside down on this side. But also, you are not far from the point in Astrid's vision.
Oh.
And I imagine Victoria
All right,
quietly.
sound off. Who's not dead?
Victoria quietly.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Celebrates the fact that you didn't take her car.
Pointedly trying not to make a big deal out of it, but you can tell she's a little bit annoyed.
Well, you're all seatbelted up, I'm sure.
Yeah, I still think rolling a
Are we?
car is good enough to be like, hey.
Where's Matthew?
Matthew is squished flat and dead. No, I wouldn't do that to Nick.
Thank you.
You would eat that rat.
Poor Javier's already too tall for most vehicles, and now it's upside down.
Yeah. It's just kind of lying there on the side of the road. You can see like another motorist sort of. It's very quiet at this time of night in this area, so you see another motorist like rolling to a stop at towards the end of the street.
Well, so much for subtlety.
Well, it's up to you. What are you going to do? Are you going to wait for this person to come and check on you, or are you just going to?
I got this.
Flip your car back?
I got this. I'm going to just try to undo the seatbelt, land on my shoulders, which ow, because jacket spikes.
Yeah, but it's easy enough for you to like get out. It's mostly just rolled. It's not contorted or crumpled.
I can still get the door open and whatnot.
Yeah. Well, the window's broken. You can just crawl through it if you really wanted to.
I can't fit through that.
Yes, you can. It's a big car.
But yeah, he'll just kind of get out.
And
And
there's
very
a woman
quickly,
in a nurse's uniform, with like a blue cardigan thrown over it. Sort of hugging it, like even though it's warm, she's sort of got her arms wrapped around herself, and she's like approaching you, and she's like, "Are you okay? Oh my god, are you? What happened? Are you alright?"
upon first, like, if he kind of glances himself over, is there any, since it was superficial, are there any like visible wounds, or is he just kind of knocked about?
He might have some like cuts and scratches, but the nature of being, unless he has the Blush of Life active, which I don't think you mentioned him having used.
Not right now, no.
Yeah, there'd be cuts and scrapes, but they're not bleeding, so they're not easily visible in the dark.
Okay.
Yep. She's like, "Oh, you had look, come here." She's like, "Come here, come." She's like, "I'm a nurse. Come here."
No, it's fine, really.
It's not fine. You rolled your car. You rolled your car.
It's fine. And he's going to, I can just click the button. Why does that one not have a thing? Okay, anyways. He's going to just proc compel, which does not require a rouse check, and he's just going to be like, "Get back in your car, drive off."
She, like, her eyes kind of glaze over and take on like a milky sheen for a moment, and then she just turns and goes back to her car. And the rest of you, if you're still inside the car or climbing out of it, just see the woman get back in her car and just drive past you and away.
And he just kind of like, after she's out of sight, looks back and thumbs up.
You are, yeah. So
then
you're able to climb out. You're able to get out of the car. The car is not in good condition, but
does it run?
I mean, you don't know. You'd have to roll it back over. Do you want to roll it back over?
Yeah, he's gonna be like, "Astrid, help me out here."
Fucking shit. Yeah, she'll help.
All right. Well, give me a. Actually, no, I suppose you're not really working against the clock here. I think if you all kind of employed your vampiric strength, you could probably roll it back onto its wheels. Yeah, and so you do manage to. The windows are like all broken.
Yep.
And it's kind of like the roof is kind of crumpled in. So now, Javier, you kind of have to lean slightly down and to the side to.
I think he's just gonna punch it a few times, so that way it's crumpled out instead of in.
It's like the Flintstones, where like Dino's head comes out of the top of the car, like the little awning at the top of the car. Yeah. That's what I'm imagining. Anyway, yeah. So and you get behind the. What would be? I'm trying to think. You know, like I'm just gonna make it like a D100, and like that's gonna be like a luck roll. So I'm just gonna roll that. It works, just barely. It sputters and it starts a little bit. Like you worry that for a second that it won't run, but it seems like it's running.
Is it leaking any concerning fluids?
Well, if you look outside, are you going to try and move it first? Because you can't really tell from where you are. But if you try and move it forward, you might see it's dribbling a little bit.
Yeah. As long as it seems like it will get there without, bad things happening.
Only a couple blocks away.
Yeah, sure. We'll just. You see her. She looks incredibly frustrated. It's nearby some bar named Frank's. I don't know.
Right.
Whatever I was looking through, it might have been an animal. I don't know. It was looking at it from the top of a corner from another building. but that's where the premonition told me to look, or that's where fuck it.
I imagine that's all in character.
Yeah.
That is both in and out of character.
Franks,
Okay.
huh?
Okay, Franks.
All right.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, this whole area of town is you don't know much about it at all.
Yeah.
You've never really been back
I
there.
don't think your ref dex is gonna help here.
It's also not in this car, so probably not. Oh no! Right, you just carry it around, don't you?
Javier
Fucking
put a
freak.
backpack at the first
That's
time.
right. Okay. Weird move, champ, but fair enough. Well, that's just.
Well, Astrid
Hang
had
on,
the name
actually,
of the streets too.
where's the nearest phone booth or something?
Yeah, there'd be a phone booth on the street before they got rid of them all and then put them all back for some reason.
Yeah, there's usually a. He's like, there's usually a, phone book or a directory or something in those.
Yeah, you can definitely find one if you get out and walk down to the nearest phone booth. It looks like someone might have used several pages for something or other.
As it goes.
But you can find Franks in it, and also Astrid has can use the have the street names from her vision.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you have those as well, and you can kind of confirm that there's a couple different places, like Frank's Auto Repair, Frank's restaurant and stuff. But this one is just called Frank's, and it matches up with the place that Astrid envisioned, and it's not far.
Too bad Frank's Auto Repair ain't open. Yeah, so we've got that.
Javier said that joke to himself because everyone else is still in the car. And laughs and just looks over and they're all just staring at him through the broken windscreen.
Yeah, just waiting for him to come back.
But yeah, he'll come back and get the car going that direction.
Yep. Okay, well you would arrive there without much trouble. There's still some there's people milling around this part of town, but it's mostly people who have nowhere else to be. Like, there's some homeless people. There's people that are obviously out just because they spend most of their time in bars and pubs, and they're kind of moving from place to place. Occasionally a car will drive by. What's sort of the most odd is the fact that you don't see, no one's really seems to care about the fact that you're just driving around in this car that literally looks like it just had an accident.
Probably an area that's used to it.
Yeah, I'd say so.
It's a very beaten down industrial kind of area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Astrid will just kind of keep an eye on the rooftops to see if she sees anything that looks out of place.
Through the newly made sunlight or sunroof.
Look, she's trying.
Would you like to make a wits and awareness roll and see if you spot anything? Or if
Sure.
there's anything to spot?
Since we're in the area, can I kind of, especially since all the windows are broken now, can I check and see if there's any blood resonance that I recognize?
You want to make that roll? I can't remember what it was.
What was the difficulty on this? Or should I just put 1?
No, put it as a 2.
Okay.
Resolve awareness is what it is.
Oh shit.
The fuck?
What the hell?
I am
God
so done.
I don't think you can messy crit a wits awareness check.
No, I don't think you really can.
Thank fuck.
You just get a migraine really badly.
Yeah. I'm gonna say you feel as though you did see something moving, but it's almost like you almost can convince yourself that it's just your brain playing tricks on you. And yeah, eventually if you look for it again, you don't see anything, and you might convince yourself, no, there's nothing there.
You know what? Fuck it, because I know what Sabbat are all about. Can I make a wits awareness roll
Yeah, go for
and
it.
have a look around?
Give yourself a +1 because you've been there.
Sounds good.
I was about to say, what difficulty is the sniff test?
Just go with the 3 that it has on the thing, I think.
Okay. What difficulty? 2?
Yeah, 2.
2.
I'll let Blue go first.
You don't see anything, Victoria. There's nothing up on the
Nothing
rooftops.
weird.
Nothing that you would mark as like, a Sabbat trick.
Okay.
Javier, you pick up a lot of different scents. Not all.
I'm really hungry.
Not all of them pleasant. You do get like the tang of blood coming from the direction of Frank's, the big open door leading into a blackened interior, but you couldn't say who it belonged to, just that it's blood. Sweet smelling blood too.
So he's just like, well, yeah, I was to say, he's like, well, something smells pleasantly delicious in there.
Oh man.
So what was it exactly that you saw with the scrying thing on Frank's? Was it just the entrance?
Just Frank's. That's all I
Okay.
saw.
Because I've got 3 dots in investigations. I was thinking I could maybe roll that, but I don't know what I'd be actually looking for.
I think the wits and awareness rolls already kind of covered.
Yeah.
I mean, you can keep rolling at it, but you're not going to see.
No, yeah, that's fair.
What did someone put it as once? That like perception is looking with your eyes, and investigation is looking with your hands.
Archie just starts grabbing the wall.
Yeah. Just having a little feel about.
Little clawed rat hands.
Not good.
So what are you gonna do? You're all sort of standing or sitting in the car, I guess, outside of this bar.
Yeah. Do we want me to go invisible and go inside?
Why don't we send the rat?
We
Yeah,
could send
let's-
Ratview in actually.
Yeah.
Send
But like
Ratview.
I can't like look it through Ratview or anything. And then we do have to deal with Ratview's description of what's inside.
Oh, we puzzled it out well enough last time.
Yeah, fair enough.
When was last time?
Don't
With,
don't worry
like,
about that, buddy.
Yeah.
He had some choice words about you. Don't worry.
Mhm.
I don't see anything that's denoting Sabbat activity, so Rafi will probably be fine.
Okay. I take out Ratview.
Yep.
Hey, Ratview, can you go and have a look?
Hi.
Wow, you're jovial today.
What?
Yeah, don't worry about it. When I speak to Rafi, does it just sound like I'm squeaking to everyone else?
No,
or
you're just
Okay.
speaking, and
Okay.
he's not making sounds at all, really. It's not like he has
okay.
a language. You're just kind of getting
Yeah.
the vibe from him.
I think technically you can communicate telepathically. You don't even have to speak out loud, but I just
Oh.
imagine Archie does.
She
Yeah,
definitely speaks out loud.
Oh, she 100% does. Doesn't even like think about it.
It's like, got any food? Got any food? Cheese?
Ah,
Oh, not
I
cheese.
can get-
Cheese is gauche. Do you have any like bread?
I can give you some blood later.
Eh.
What do you mean, eh? You're gold. Anyway.
Still gotta,
Let's get with the program here.
Still gotta eat. Can't live off blood.
Anyway, that's beside. Don't worry about it. So can you go into the bar in there and have a look around for? What are we looking for specifically?
bar?
I say.
Yeah, what you see is
Into-
like, I don't know what you're looking for. What?
Yeah, I say that to everyone else.
What's a bar?
Baldy, I guess.
Okay.
Does Rathu understand what the concept of an X is?
I
Not
can
like
probably.
like the
I can
shape.
Yeah, I could probably like make the shape to him.
Okay.
Big man, smells like dog.
Yeah, I say that. Can you go inside that building there and see if this person I described, Mr. X, to him, also known as Ten. I know his actual name, but I keep calling him Mr. X.
He's Mr. X now, whether he likes it or not.
Yeah. Just tell us if he's in there.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Food later?
I give it. Yeah, food later. Definitely food later. I'll get you.
Food when I get back? Food?
It'll have to be a little bit because we need to find you some food first. You know, foraging and stuff. But we'll find you some really tasty food.
Okay, and he sort of scurries out over the window and takes off across the road and disappears into the building.
I look around and say, everyone, I'm gonna need to get him a treat later. I hope that's okay.
I gathered.
You can stop by a servo. Get him some gum. I don't know. What a rats eat.
Not
nearly
gum?
anything. We could give him some gum. I kind of want to see what would happen.
Yeah, let's give him gum.
Yeah, gum for rats, you.
I ain't paying for it.
We can get a sausage roll. He'll love it.
Oh, he would love it.
Yeah. You know what? I'll shout Rathu's sausage roll since I've put him in the line of fire.
Hell yeah.
Several minutes pass.
Oh no.
And Rathu does not appear to be returning.
I don't like this.
It's a big place. Who's to say what happened to her?
I mean, it's a bar. Maybe he just found the food.
You're right. You could have found the larder for sure.
Maybe. Okay. Do we want to go in?
I mean, I
We
think
ain't
we
gonna do
gotta.
much sitting out here.
Yeah. I guess.
Should we maybe try going through the back at least? I don't really think we have the element of surprise, but
Probably not.
If anything, they're expecting it.
Yeah.
I
I don't see this being particularly good for us either way.
no.
Just depends on which one of us strikes first.
Okay. Do we want me to go invisible?
Can you afford to?
I am a bit hungry. But okay, so what if I fail, I go to hunger 4. That seems bad.
That's probably not fantastic.
Pretty high for someone that refuses to drink human blood, yeah.
Yeah, okay, maybe I don't. Okay, I maybe you guys should go in first.
Are you stealthy? If you have stealth, you could go without.
I've got. Is it
Stealth?
Oh yeah, I do have 2 dots in stealth.
Yeah.
Here,
Which is
I'll
not
go with
amazing,
you.
but not that bad.
That way we keep one fighter with Victoria and one fighter with you.
well,
Fighter with Victoria who refuses to leave the car.
so
Hey, look,
question.
it's awfully dark in there, and she still can't see.
hang on. Wait a minute. Like, should we just like go all out here? I mean, we got a car that we don't really care about. We could just literally run it in there.
That would be really funny.
See, I love the enthusiasm, I feel like that might draw a little attention.
I mean,
Yeah,
maybe,
especially
but
from that lady who I imagine at some point in the time is going to be like, huh, I wonder whatever happened to that car that rolled over.
so if we're
Might
not
pick
doing
up
that,
on-
then should we? I don't know, because I know you're talking about going with Archie. Should we just both go in?
Yeah, I think you guys
Like,
should maybe both go in.
like maybe we go through the front, y'all go through the back.
Archie's true colors being revealed. It's just a huge
Well,
cow, and it's like you should go.
It's well, look, partially cowardice, but also mainly that like, what's Archie gonna do?
All right. So you two want to go in the front, and you want me and Archie to go through the back.
I guess if nothing else, we cause the ruckus and they don't pay attention to you.
Yeah.
Well, that is a good enough plan for me, Archie. Sounds good.
Okay. I nod.
Holler if
Um,
you need us.
And I am immediately going to turn on toughness if I can. just no? Okay. All right.
Hungry.
But I am tough, so it's
Yeah, now you're
okay.
tough. Like
It's
the
okay,
pop-up
you
music
can
starts
join the-
playing and
The
you're
rest of us are Hunger 3.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna risk prowess until we're inside.
Hungry Squad.
Because
Look,
I could
it's
go to Hunger.
fine.
I could go to
already-
Hunger 4.
I already tried to eat Mr. X once. Like,
And I think he should be allowed to. He tried to eat you, so
he
turnabout's
tried
fair
to
play.
eat me. Eat to be eaten. It's a vampire eat vampire world.
I think
Well-
very explicitly it's not.
As the, uh,
Yeah.
as the Scourge, Victoria is within her rights to
yeah.
Ah.
eat
I
unsacred
could eat.
kindred.
I could eat.
And
Literally.
Yep.
I could eat.
And maybe you could allow, you don't know the necessary rules in this domain. They weren't really explained to you by the prince.
No, reasonable doubt that I could be like, you could eat.
Yeah. I got you last night. You got me this night.
Yeah. I'll allow. I mean, it might go against her convictions a little bit, but gotta bend the rules a little bit sometime.
Yeah, needs must when the devil drives.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
All right.
so
We're
who's
splitting up.
Yep.
Yeah,
But
Javier will get his switchblade and kind of keep it up his sleeve instead of in his boot, so it's easier to get.
Okay.
I'll get my steak ready.
It's
Oh
delicious.
yeah, I also have
Delicious and medium
have
rare.
2 steaks. I have 2 of them.
Okay. We'll go with the people going through the front first. And what they see. So,
I will sneak.
you're sneaking.
I'm going to sneak.
Okay. Are you gonna sneak as well, Astrid, or are you just gonna be like, here I am?
I'm not even good at this. Where's what is that?
I just figure if they look at you, then I can sneak up behind them and
Yeah, you
stab
know what?
motion.
All right, I'll be a distraction.
You have like 3 layers of distraction now.
That's so
I'm
venture
setting
of
up
you
to
guys.
ambush, not distract. But yeah,
Yeah, I
so-
won't bother stealthing.
Okay.
you want
so,
me to stealth?
as you guys approach the, yeah, you can roll a stealth for me. And I actually have something I need to roll, to counter that, but I'll roll that secretly so you can't see it.
Oh.
So I'll just put difficulty 1 since we don't know what the thingy is. Oh,
What happened?
cool. I got 110,
Okay, yeah.
and then I failed the other one.
Well, you got 2
but
successes. It's all good. So we'll see.
I'll re-roll. I'll re-roll that one.
Okay, go.
Oh well.
Right.
I have 2. I was hoping maybe I'd get another 10, and then that would bump it up to a lot more successes, but...
Why is this? I feel like this should be working, but it's not. Unless I'm just really unlucky. But aren't green successes? No, they're just nothing.
They're just green
Green
for some
green
reason.
is yeah.
I haven't
Green
quite
is a
worked out
success.
what green.
Blue is a critical success. Usually it's a 10 on the die.
Yeah, that's true.
Because the critical for a regular die versus a critical for a hunger die are two different symbols for whatever reason.
It isn't.
If it's got the stars, then it's a regular die that's rolled a 10. If it's got the teeth, then it's a hunger die that got a 10.
Interesting. Oh yeah.
This isn't working very well. Yes, it's weird that I'm just testing this a couple times, but I've already got the result. I'm just testing it just to make sure something
Why
seems
do
wrong
I
with
have...
it.
No.
Yeah, it's always a 0 successes, even with an actual. That's strange. Let me try one thing. Actually, you know what? I've got the result. Yeah. So as you're getting closer, you hear you hear barking and growling,
Oh no.
and like the scrabbling of like claws on a wooden floor. And Astrid, as you're sort of the first one through the door, you can see that the bar room is it's like a massacre. There's blood like splashed across the walls, across the floor, drip like even over like the lighting fixture, which gives the room like a red sort of like palette, like not a palette, like a red hue to it. And slumped over the bar is what looks like a barkeeper. He's got like a blue singlet top on, and he's just sort of like he's the top half of his body is slumped over the bar, and there's a couple men just like probably like older men, like in their like 40s or 50s or 60s, sort of crumpled up on the floor in pools of similar pools of blood, and they look like they've just been like torn to shreds, like they've just been like their throats have been ripped out almost. And in the back corner there's like a cupboard against the wall, and a huge like muscle bound dog that you recognize as Sweetheart, the one that landed on the front of Victoria's car.
Yeah.
Is scrabbling at a cupboard, like it's trying to get something out from underneath it.
AKA
barking
Ratu.
at it.
I'm guessing Sweetheart hasn't noticed I'm in here.
No, Sweetheart's is just sort of focused on this at the moment.
Okay. So just like 3 dead bodies, blood all over the place, and then there's Sweetheart trying to get to something.
Yeah, that's what you're seeing. Yes.
Okay. Just so I feel like turning on Paralis would be a bad idea, but like at the same time,
I will say it's a matter of like being timely here, because like every time Sweetheart throws itself against that cupboard, it splinters a little bit and pulls a little bit further away from the floor.
all right. I'm going to turn on Prowess. So it's a rouse check, please. Oh, thank
Yay!
God. Wait, why did it
Great.
add hunger? What?
That's a fail.
It's a failure.
8 is
But
a
it rolled,
fail?
it was an 8.
What is wrong with the
Oh.
die at the moment?
I rolled an 8.
Something, I guess the update's doing something fucky, but
Yeah,
that should have been a
so-
success.
Yeah,
So I'm still at 3 hunger then, right? Because I rolled an 8.
Yeah, just like undo it.
yeah.
Okay.
Can you undo it? I can undo it if
Um,
you need me to.
Yeah,
Which
I
also
can undo
means
it.
Victoria shouldn't have gained.
Oh
a
yeah,
hunger.
mine's a 7. Okay,
Huh.
yeah, I'm undoing mine as well. Haha.
All right, so we'll just keep an eye out for it, I guess, because
Yeah.
it was reading my dices correctly earlier.
Yeah,
Mm.
Oh,
I
well.
think there's some. That's sort of the problem I was getting when I was rolling my whispered rolls. That they were all
How
coming up like
odd.
with multiple successes and but saying 0.
But yeah, so I'm gonna turn on prowess, and I am just gonna see if I can't get to Sweetheart and just, I guess, punch her skull in.
Yeah, you can go for it. Yeah,
Because
go for it. Yeah, you can.
Are we going at the same time?
Well,
I mean, are you breaking stealth or?
if you guys
'cause I'm the one
like,
not
start
stealthing.
talking to each other, like
Yeah,
Astrid
I'm
sees,
just gonna
you'll probably
go.
Notice. So it's up to
Okay.
like you see Astrid going, and you've got celerity, so you could like join Astrid if you wanted to, or you can hang back.
I've seen her punch a man's jaw off. I think she's got this.
Okay. That would just be like a strength and brawl check then, unless you wanted to use
Alright.
your stake as a weapon.
Then no, because brawl is gonna be better for this. And then right, prowess lets me add half of my potence rating, so that's additional +1.
Yeah.
And then difficulty, should I just set it at 1?
Set it as 2 because
2?
it's like Sweetheart has difficulties for certain things.
Yeah. Just gonna wait for this to roll.
And watch it just
No,
say
I
0 successes
wonder.
again.
Yeah, really. I wonder if it's because I have the dice enabled, which is weird.
Oh, that dog is dead.
It's
Are
giving
you
It's
serious?
giving you messy criticals over and over again. Is that like? Let's check if that is actually.
You have 3 hunger. That's why you have
Yeah.
3 hunger.
Yeah, and she got a
2,
10 on the
3,
hunger.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's cool. Yeah, so you.
That dog is fucking dead.
I want to check something about Sweetheart's.
I'm just gonna see if I turn off the die, if it
Oh.
makes it roll faster next time.
Motherfucker
okay,
walked in
yeah.
and snapped a dog's neck.
Yeah, you charge over, and sort of as you sort of arrive behind Sweetheart, the dog kind of turns and like focuses its attention on you. Its eyes are red, its jaws are foaming, and like a foaming bloody red spit around its jaws as you. But before it can like catch you in its like or take a bite of you, you grab its head and just twist to the point where it falls loose, and there's not even like a squeak from the dog as it just collapses like lifeless in your hands. And as you're doing that, you see the grey sort of bloated form of Rathu just take off across the
Oh,
floor
no.
and out the front.
Oh, I know. Okay.
Yeah, he's fine.
You-
He's fine.
You
I
said
saved
grey and
Matthew.
bloated, and I thought, yeah, dead.
Well,
But
no,
no.
he's
No,
bloated
I-
because he's huge, because he's a rat that
Yeah,
eats
he's
blood.
yeah.
He's gonna come back and be like, food.
He's gay. Yeah.
Yeah, she'll just look at the dog.
So while you're looking at the dog, Javier, can you give me a wits and awareness roll, please? And
Okay.
I'll roll what it's against on my end over here with a little whispery roll. I think that's a
No modifiers, correct?
no.
And difficulty, do you want me to put anything particular?
No, just put a 1.
Oh boy.
Oh no!
This is the worst time for me to get a compulsion.
Ah, beautiful.
Oh boy. Yeah. So your compulsion is activated.
Obsession.
What are you obsessing over right now?
Murder.
That's a good question. I'm trying to think of what would qualify. Is
Like-
there a jukebox in here? Is
Maybe
there...
you know what I think? Maybe it's the weird kind of like murderous, bloody decor. You know, because for you, you know, being a kindred, the blood is you know an obsession in itself, and seeing it like splashed like these, the patterns kind of the patterns, you know, sort of overtake you, and you know the way the corpses are kind of twisted on the ground. It's all almost like it's almost artistic to you, and it occupies your mind. And what does the what does obsession do, SA?
Let me see if I can. Is there really not a thing I can click on here? I believe I get a like 2 die penalty to anything that's not related to my current obsession until I can no longer perceive it. If I am remembering.
Okay.
Where is that?
Clan compulsions. Just seeing if I can send it to you. I think I can.
There we go. Utterly obsessed with a single thing, the Toreador cannot speak of anything but that object, be it a person, a piece of artwork, a blood spatter in the right lighting, or the sunrise itself. They cannot take their attention from it. Any other actions receive a 2 dice penalty. Okay. This compulsion lasts until they can no longer perceive the object or the scene ends.
Okay, so yeah, you're fixated on these blood patterns on the wall and across the lighting. And Astrid, you're holding this dead ghouled dog in your hands. So I'm gonna ask you if you can give me a wits awareness test too.
Sure.
But you might have. I'm gonna say you have a slightly high, a slightly like you might lose a dice from it because you're kind of focused on this dog that you just beheaded with your hands.
-1 to pool size modifier. Okay. And then difficulty.
It's contested against this roll I have here, so.
Okay, so I'll just put it at 1 then.
Yep.
3.
Yep. Okay, so you what happens now, as you're kind of leaning over this dog, you hear like a sort of a rush of air, like almost like it's filling a space. And Javier, you barely noticed the tall, bald and pale form of 10 sort of appearing as though much like Archie has in the past. And he's holding in one hand a strange blade, like almost machete-like, but with like a leaf-shaped blade. And he's standing next to Astrid, and he doesn't even speak. He just lifts it, and he swings it down towards Astrid's shoulder. And I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll his attack now and see how it does, because it's just been. I gotta make it so it's visible. See how it does.
So just double check. I'm guessing I failed.
Yeah, you didn't.
So I don't get a reaction.
He's ambushing you because you didn't spot him. He got 4 successes with his sneaky boy.
So
he did what we were trying to do.
So this is superficial?
It will be, yeah.
Well, that fills up my box with superficial damage.
He hasn't rolled it yet. I haven't rolled
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought when you said 4, I thought you meant like he got 4 successes on. Okay.
Okay, so he got 1, 2, and 3. So he got 3 damage on you with his.
Okay.
So that cuts into your arm, but also keep in mind that once you get you fill up superficial damage, it starts turning into aggravated damage.
Yeah. So I have 1 box left before it starts going to aggravated.
And now, I think we'll now cut to Archie and Victoria entering through the back. It's like a dark, sort of cramped alleyway, strewn with garbage, an overflowing dumpster, some empty barrels that might be used for like beer or something, sort of stacked up and scattered here and there, and a fly screen door that's half off of its hinges, leading into the back of this bar.
Mhm.
You can hear the barking inside because this is back a little bit when they were first going through.
Oh, do you think that's the dog?
I would assume it's probably the dog.
Either that's good because that means that we're okay, or it's bad because it means that they're gonna be in trouble. But it's fine. Let's go in.
After you.
Oh, I go in.
So what you see when you go in, Archie, is an unlit, narrow corridor. There is
Oh wait,
what?
are we stealthing in, Victoria?
Oh, I've got no fucking stealth.
All right, walking in it is.
Yeah.
So
All right, sorry, Cry.
Yeah, okay. So you see like down the far end is a beaded curtain that you think may lead out into the bar, and you can see some shadows moving around and through like a red light. And to your left is it's like a weatherboard, like battered kind of door. That's clearly not locked 'cause it's partially ajar, and you can see like flickering light sort of cast out in a stream into the hallway to your immediate left.
Okay, so wait, is that the only door? Sorry, in this hallway?
Yeah, that's that
Did I
door,
miss-
and then the beaded curtain leading out into the bar.
Right. Okay. Is Victoria, you behind me?
Yes, yeah, I would have followed you in.
Okay.
She shuts the door and drives off.
Yeah, I'm
Victoria-
leaving you guys.
Victoria in the car. I am here for you, Archie.
I'm supporting you emotionally, spiritually, not physically.
What direction? Because in character, I obviously know where out of character, I know where the dog and was
Yes.
Mr. X in the bar as well? Did I hear that?
Yeah,
Or
but-
did I? Yeah, because he punched or stabbed or whatever
he
it was.
stabbed Astrid. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't hear that though because this is a little bit before that happened.
Okay.
But the dog barking is immediately like in front of you at the very end of the hallway, and to your left is the flickering light behind a door.
Okay. Do we want to go? So the dog barking though, we can hear that coming from the bar, right?
Yeah.
Do we want to go into the room because Javier and
Yeah, they've
Astrid
got
will be in
that
the bar.
covered. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go. Yeah, let's. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Let's
Okay. After you, Archie.
go. Okay. So am I correct in remembering that you described the door as like a jar, or was it just like
Yeah, you
could
could
see
just push
like...
it open. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yep. I will do so.
Okay, so you push the door open. I take a sip of water. And then what you see inside is a small room that might have been used as storage or maybe a bathroom. But like most of the fixtures have been ripped out. And there's a bare light bulb hanging from the ceiling that's flickering. And in that light you see the figure of a woman in like Victorian dress, and she's seated and chained to like a deck, almost like a deck chair that's just been sort of set up there. And you recognize half of her as Alice, but the other part of her face is almost like it's been melted. Not burnt, but not burnt, but melted. Like it's like the skin has just become like loose and putty like, and like pulled into like sort of dangling tendrils, and her arm is withered, and you the rest of her body is kind of like that as well. And she has driven through her she has driven through her chest a stake. That's obviously keeping her immobile. But it's definitely Alice. Or half of Alice at least.
It's Alice-esque at the very least.
Yeah.
Victoria.
I would like to immediately see
Archie's
if I
eyes.
sense anyone around me.
You sense a rushing, like a
Fuck.
not like a rushing of air, like something moving down the hallway, but doesn't stop at you. It passes you, and if you kind of turn and look over your shoulder towards the bar room, that's when you see, you hear like the screech, like the dog suddenly stop barking, and then you see, 10 moving through the curtains with a kukri raise as he brings it down on Astrid's shoulder.
Sorry, the rushing of air was Mr. X?
Yes,
Or...
it was.
Yeah, behind us.
Sorry.
That's
I
their problem.
Someone messaged me as you were saying that, so my dumb brain got distracted for a second.
If that was the only like presence I'm feeling, I would, in that case, push Archie further into the room and like close the door behind us because Mr. X is their problem.
Yeah. Archie looks like he's on the verge of screaming.
Yeah, good. Cover that mouth immediately.
He isn't, but his eyes are very wide and he's looking very panicked. I don't like this.
It's okay.
Do we take the stake out?
No.
But
Let's assess the situation first. Fuck.
At that point, I'm going to move back to Astrid and Javier in the front bar room. Astrid, you now have an opportunity to react against 10.
All right.
And then Javier will be allowed to after you, but Javier has the -2.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's
So
good thing I
okay.
just put enough XP to have 2 more to my fucking rolls.
All right. So that means I go first. Well, hopefully I can burn enough of his reaction for Javier to come in for it. So I'm just gonna try to stake him through the heart.
Okay.
So a couple questions here. Actually, not really questions. I have a statement.
Yeah.
So it's melee, then my specialty in stakes, and then strength, correct?
I'm just double checking for you. Yes, that's right. You've got to make a cold shot, which takes a -2 penalty and has to inflict 5 points of damage.
Yep. And then the other question, or the actual question I had.
Yep.
I know we briefly mentioned this at the very first session, but like we didn't really, I definitely didn't know what I was doing, so we ended up not doing it.
Yeah.
Could I try to blood surge here?
Yes, you could.
And then is that a rouse check?
That is a rouse check.
Okay. But it would add 2 more die to my roll then?
I believe so. I'll get Blue to confirm that for me, but I believe so, yeah. It applies only to a single roll of dice. Yeah, so the number of dice the blood surge adds depend on your blood potency. So I think you have, what's your blood potency?
I believe it's a 1.
Well, then you'd add a dice, 1 dice, but you also
add 1.
You also add 1 dice for your specialty in stakes. Remember?
Okay, so it's going to be.
Sorry, are we doing a blood surge?
Yeah.
I don't. No, I think it is 1.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of.
Let me check.
Yeah.
It's a blood potency chart. I can just check.
Yeah. It should have on the back what your blood surge is, so it's 2.
You add 2 attribute dice. So you're right, it's 2.
Yeah.
You add 2 attribute dice to the pool. So you would add that and then add another 1 for your stake, but you've also take off 2 for the cold shot.
All right, so I'm now at 4 hunger, but hopefully this does something. So this will be all right. So it's melee plus strength.
You get a You get a +3 for your blood surge, but take so make it just a +1 because you've got the negative. Yeah, it's weird. But then
Okay, so it's gonna be +2 because potence also half of my potence
go.
rating goes on.
Well, great.
So it'll be a +2 to this.
So you want to get at least a 5, I believe.
All right, and I'll just put this at
Because he's
1.
already used his move on you. But you did it.
All right.
You drive this, like, you turn on him as he's like, you almost sacrifice like your own shoulder by letting him like cut into.
1 sec.
What?
He just said 1 sec.
Okay. You almost sacrifice like your own shoulder by like letting him cut into you, so you can push forward with the stake in your hand and drive it through his chest. And he reaches out and like he takes your throat with his hand. But then you feel like all of the muscles in his hand go lax, and then he just like falls and slumps backwards onto the ground with a clatter, and he is still. Although his eyes are still awake and furious and glaring at you.
Javier, you just see her just unblinking fury in her eyes. And then she'll just kind of like, not even like moving much. She just kind of like shifts her gaze from 10 to you. Should we go get the others?
1 sec.
I'm really hungry.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
Yeah, I will say at this point, Astrid, this blood splattered all over the place is like almost more, like with your hunger increasing as it has, is almost more than you can bear. And I will add that you have lying at your feet a helpless kindred who has blood coursing through them.
Yeah, so she's actually gonna just look from Javier to 10. It's like, actually, just give me a sec.
Oh no.
Javier snarls and says, "That's mine."
She'll look over to you and she'll snarl like,
Yeah.
Can Victoria and Archie hear this?
You close the door.
That's true, we
You're
did.
playing your own weird game.
Yeah, we're in a different escape room right now.
Oh god.
Javier, like, Hermano, I'm running on fumes. And he's not human, so I don't really care. I'm not going to kill him. I just need something. Okay? Are we cool?
I don't think he's even going to ask your permission. I think he's just going to hurry over there and sink his fangs in.
Are you going to try and stop him?
I mean, can we both just feed off of him? There's only one?
You can. I mean, you could both do it, but
we do also need him alive.
You could both feed off him until you drain him of all of his blood. If you want to keep drinking and potentially drink his soul, which is something instinctively the beast is calling on you to do, that can only be one of you.
Well, Astrid's not interested in doing that.
But the beast
so
is,
she'll
and
just,
you're at a hunger 4.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's gonna feed off of him because, like, she knows enough by now to know that going into public like this is a bad idea. Yeah. So she's gonna feed.
Hey, not to interrupt this, do we know what his blood potency is?
His blood potency?
Yeah.
I think
just
I wrote it down.
Curiosity as a fellow DM.
Yeah, if his blood potency is high enough. Actually, if his generation is low enough, don't we get more from feeding?
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely higher than yours.
So that would mean I think we get 2 points for each one instead of 1 because we babies.
Yeah.
So yeah,
you're both just like crouching over this.
Yeah.
torpid kindred, just like basically biting into him, not even like doing your normal like careful bite that doesn't do damage, just like tearing into him.
Yeah.
And I would say both of you, well, what I want to say, Javier, I know Astrid says that that's not what she wants to do, but Javier, would you try to keep drinking the man?
I don't think he's hungry enough for that. He's at 3, not 4. He just
But it's
wants
still
to.
a taste. Like
Yeah.
this is a
Oh, it's delicious. It's insanely delicious.
Yes. I guess.
Wait. Oh, I know. Okay, never mind. I was like, wait, didn't we have to do a
Do
thing?
you want me to
I was worried
roll
about
like
blood
resolve
bond.
or composure to see whether or not he will stop?
Yeah, you can do a resolve and composure to see if you stop.
Okay.
I actually, you know what I might say? It's for both of you, because this is. I know your hunger is. I know your hunger is lower than Astrid's, but I would say because of the situation that you're in, that I think a hunger frenzy resist roll might be in order, but your difficulty would be lower than Astrid's.
Okay.
So resist
So-
frenzy.
Yeah, yours is a 3. Javier's is a 2.
Cool. We both fail. Wait, hold on. Wait.
Oh wait, because they're not counting it. So
Yeah,
I rolled
okay.
3 and you rolled 3. We're both good.
Yeah, so you.
I
both-
was gonna laugh
Well,
so hard. You're just gonna
that
see like
scared
2 of us
me.
snarling like
Fighting it.
animals.
Okay, so
that
you
really
both.
scared me.
You both, but if you're both gonna drink him dry, that's gonna kill him. I will say that.
So wait, so
No, I
drinking
just-
him dry kills him? Because I thought drinking him dry, as long as you don't drink his soul, he's fine.
No, drinking him dry counts as a soul. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you
Oh,
don't,
okay.
unless you like focus on drinking the soul part, the soul just gets away.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If
Well,
he's low enough, then 1 feeding off of him will feed 2 of my hunger, and I'll be fine.
like I'll be okay if I just go down to 2 hunger. Like she doesn't want to kill him because the prince told us he wants him alive. So
Clearly, it's Victoria will come in and have to break us up.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna give them that opportunity. So you guys are both drinking at the moment. And
Snarling at each other,
yeah, Victoria
pulling it back and forth.
Victoria and Archie, like you've heard the sound of him of someone falling, and now you heard like muffled voices like growling and arguing, and now it's suspiciously quiet.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Archie, guard the door. You don't have to stay in here, because she knows he's obviously very uncomfortable with the goo corpse. I'm going to go fucking see what they've done this time.
Why can't anything be easy?
So Victoria, you walk out to see both Javier and Astrid like hunched over this Mr. X10 with a stake plunged through his heart, and they're just like, one of them is drinking from his neck, the other one's drinking from his wrist, and they're just
Snarling at each other.
yeah, snarling at each other,
and pulling it back and
The
forth.
whole room is coated in blood. There are corpses on the floor. There's one lying across the bar.
Victoria will go behind the bar, find the closest, like, those, like, beer streams that they've got,
Yeah.
and just, like, spray it at the 2 of them like bad dogs.
Yeah, okay.
Drop it!
Yeah, and I think that might be
Drop
enough to bring both of you out. You don't completely finish drinking 10, so I think you're both at 1 now, though.
Yeah.
Oh yay! Aha! She just kind of shakes her head. Thanks.
What's wrong with you
Ugh.
2? Seriously?
She points at her shoulder. I was starving, so I don't think it would have been a really good idea to leave here.
I will point out that that's if you wanted to make a rouse check, you could start to knit that together.
Oh, I can do that?
Yeah.
Oh
Can.
yeah,
Rouse
you
check and
didn't.
you heal
She doesn't
superficial
know.
damage.
That's a success.
Oh, that is a success. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting that that doesn't
Yeah.
count properly. I'm just like going
So-
right back up.
That's so
So,
weird.
yeah.
So what?
you
So what does
heal-
that do?
Okay, so when you roll a rouse check, you remove 1 point of superficial damage for it. So it starts
Yay.
letting itself shut.
Okay, I'm at I have 2 blocks now instead of 1.
Yeah.
A little bit of breathing room.
So I will also say, Javier, that when the beer is like sprayed, it washes a little bit of the blood pattern away, and that irritates you. Even though the beast is satiated enough to not want to like start a fight, it irritates you all the same.
But look, we got him.
Yes, and you almost killed him. Congratulations. We have other problems as well. Pick him up, put him in the car, would you?
What do you mean other problems?
Trust me, we have other problems.
And
I mean, all
Javier
right.
picks the
She'll
dude
pick-
up and goes and puts him in the trunk. Just
Thank
gonna like
you.
right over one shoulder with one arm. And he's like still conscious-ish, right?
His eyes move, although right now they seem almost like less like less cunning and more just like animalistic, because you have drained him almost dry.
Yeah. And so when he stuffs him in there, and right before he closes the trunk, he just goes, "Poetic, ain't it?" Slams it down.
That is good.
Archie is standing in the back.
Yeah,
door
I'm
with
still.
the
I'm still.
melted
No, I'm
flowers.
outside the door.
Okay.
I'm guarding it, like Victoria said. Sorry.
Also,
I guess I'll pick up the blade he was carrying and put that in the car.
since I walked out of... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Since I walked
Nice.
out of the bar and I can't see all of the stuff anymore, does
Yeah,
that break my compulsion?
Your compulsion is broken. But I will say, you have this feeling that if you go back in there, you're gonna like be focusing on it again. So you might want to just stay outside.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Until the scene ends, I will say that if you go back in there, it will sort of pop up again.
I'll go in the back door.
Go in the back door.
Before Astrid, sorry, did Victoria say to come back, or did she just say to put the stuff away?
I think she
What?
just told you to take it
I said
outside and
put-
put it in the car.
Put it in the car, but I would assume you would come back because she's implied there's a big
I love
problem.
The idea that they just don't come back and Victoria.
They just leave them like, okay, cool.
No, it was just gonna be one of those things where Astrid was just gonna be like, but yeah, never mind. So she'll come back.
I also love that Victoria is like, "What is wrong with you?" And like Astrid tries to explain herself, and Javier doesn't give a fucking reason at all.
Yeah,
I
she
had a
says
good
that,
reason,
though.
in my opinion.
Javier's just like, oh, I'm just a grubby guy.
I like to make a mess.
I'm just a grubby, dirty man.
So I guess do we
Javier's just
join?
like,
Do we join our friend Archie?
I go in the back way.
I would have like been hanging around by the doors of the bar to make sure they actually do it.
Yeah.
So Astrid could come to me, or she could go to the back.
No, she'll go to you. She was like, I'm real sorry. So what's going on?
There might be another person in here. I don't know. We need to case the joint. I don't like this.
All
Come on
right,
in. Come on in. I don't want any of this to be heard on the street.
She'll go ahead and activate heightened senses at that.
You can hear Archie, because I'm assuming he doesn't just stand perfectly silent. I'm assuming
No, he's fidgeting.
yeah, fidgeting and
Yeah, like
the hum of
humming, like.
Yeah, the hum of the electric bulb that's flickering in the other room. You do know from what you've seen that this bar isn't that big. You've basically been everywhere in it that there is. So that you don't. There's not too many other places that something could hide. That you could definitely take a look around.
I'll probably still just wait for Victoria to get back. Archie's scared shitless.
All right. I know you've just gone through a little bit, Astrid, but if you could case the joint, look out for anything a bit suspicious.
Whatever you need. And
Thanks.
She'll go ahead and do it.
Anything fleshy looking that's not, one of these kind fellows that have been left here.
So, yep, she'll go take a look. Should I roll anything?
No, just I think let's freeform it. You can just sort of walk around and
Alright.
have a look.
Yeah, she'll see if she can't find anything or anyone.
And when Astrid's doing that, Victoria will go back to make sure Archie hasn't melted himself.
Yeah. or I think more likely hasn't pulled out the stake.
Yeah.
Put it in
Or gone
himself and
invisible.
just put it in
Yeah.
himself and just collapsed against the wall.
Fuck this.
Yeah. Astrid, also, I forgotten to say, your damage that you had damage from last session. Is that correct, or is it?
No, health.
Okay.
I was fine. Yeah,
Okay,
health.
great,
I was fine.
Yeah, because all of you, I should point out, if you have like damage from last session, physical or willpower, you actually recover some at the start of the session, based on your composure or resolve rating for willpower, or your stamina rating for physical damage, and you remove that at the start of the session. The only damage that really carries over in like long term is aggravated. So if you've got any willpower damage, you can remove as much of it as you have dots in composure or resolve, whichever one is highest. I just forgot to mention.
I also just thought of something else.
Yes.
There's something I don't have to worry about that Astrid does as far as drinking another kindred's blood.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say before.
Astrid you got a stain.
Oh, I was thinking of
No, blood bond.
blood. Yeah.
That's the
Or
one.
does it?
I mean, it does.
Also,
count.
wait.
It does count.
It was
actually.
directly from his veins.
Yeah, it does. I suppose it does count. You have a.
Isn't blood bonding? It has to be like an active thing. Like
Maybe.
I'm looking it up.
yeah. At least in my games, it's like an active thing. Both parties
Yeah,
have
because
to
I
do
Anyone
thought
who
that
drinks
was
the
like
blood
the
of a-
risk.
Anyone who drinks the blood of a vampire becomes progressively more attached to their donor until, after 3 drinks or more, the blood reduces them to a servile lackeys. Must be taken directly from the vein of the donor. The drinker must repeat the act on 3 separate nights within a year. A regnant can have as many thralls as they have dots of blood potency, but a thrall can only have 1 regnant. It doesn't seem to suggest it has to be a willful thing. You could just do it.
That's fine.
Yeah, because I think that's the. I was looking up the rules, I think, a week or so ago about biting as an attack, and then it was saying something about risking a blood bond if you were biting another vampire.
Yeah, so you have the first stages of a blood bond.
Yeah, you like this guy now
I
a
don't
little
think
bit.
I
Well,
think they
I
do.
mean, is that true? Because also my sire, I was explaining that the blood bond with the sire was like you either like them or you have intense feelings.
true.
Yeah, you have intense feelings for him, and there might just be like an obsession, sort of like with him at the moment.
Yeah,
Actually,
love
it's-
or
Like,
hatred. It's
I
just
would-
intense.
I would say she's probably just like, oh man, when the prince gets a hold of you, it's probably gonna be great. Quick, let's
Yeah,
run
just-
back real quick. Am I
just-
taking a stain or?
Yeah, for sure. Because this is even though he is not a mortal, I think because this is your first time drinking from basically what amounts to something that's not a person that's willfully said drink my blood. I think it would count as a stain. But I think going forward, probably not. But I think because it's your first time, I think it might be. I think that sounds fair. If it doesn't, I'm happy to not do it. It's up to you.
No, I mean, you're good. I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
Isn't it also because it's against her predator type?
Yeah, that's what
Just
I'm
in
saying.
general?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Now, predator type actually specifies, I believe, mortal, but let me double check that.
Yeah.
Oh,
For
doesn't really matter.
For predator type, I kind of just disregard when you're doing it to kindred because
Yeah.
like Archie
doesn't
could
matter.
drink from a kindred and it wouldn't matter. Like, and also for you, like they don't necessarily need to meet your bane. Like you could just drink any of them. You could drink Archie.
Please
Just
don't.
fun.
You
Fun.
could just drink
No.
Little donation.
Archie is so full of diseases.
Yeah, that's
him. Yeah,
right.
don't drink Archie. We're all lucky that Archie doesn't drink from
Let's see
humans.
here.
Yeah, as we said, COVID was started by Archie. You bitter
Yeah.
guy, finally. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have to find somewhere on your sheet to mark that you have that Astrid has a stage 1.
Yeah,
blood
yeah, I
bond
did.
to
I put it on my
to-
humanity.
Good. Cool.
Yeah, that's where you put it.
Cool. I just,
Yeah, I figured we figured out from last time if I just click the gearbox, I can type in how many stains I have.
Oh no, that's for the stain, but I meant also for the blood bond you have.
Oh yeah, I'll mark it on my sheet. Yeah,
just mark it on your notes. It might not come up again unless you're like definitely want to take another bite of this.
I mean, if he dies, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's gonna die.
He probably will die.
And also, it's only the first stage, as long as you don't drink him again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there we go. I went ahead and put it just in the notes.
Cool. So what's going on now? What are you all doing now?
So
Go
taking
into
a
the
look.
back.
Astrid's having a look around. I'm making sure Archie hasn't
Archie it.
done what he normally does, and Javier's coming through the back.
Mm-hmm. Probably try to find something to wipe my face off on.
Yeah, you're
because
you're a
it
big
smells
bloody
like
face.
beer and blood.
Yeah, you're soaked in beer and blood. Yeah, so you're just like.
He's stinky.
Yeah. Archie, this is your first time actually seeing Javier. Like Javier approaching from the back, covered in stinking of beer and like covered in blood.
His eyeliner's running. It's a mess.
Are you okay? What happened?
He's fine. It's just a
not
little
his
bath
blood.
fight. It's not his blood.
He's like, not mine.
And Victoria will motion Javier over and like open the door to the back room a little, like a crack, and be like, check this shit out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
this is
awful look.
Javier, you
It's
see
like
the
when you send a horrible meme.
You see the half melted Alice chained to the chair with the stake in her chest.
So yeah, he looks in and he just goes, "Oh," and
Mm.
then looks back at it. It's like, oh, what do you want to do about that?
That's such a good question.
Also, don't let me back in that main room. Look
No.
at the wall. You want to start writing poetry.
Ew.
Yeah.
Macabre.
No.
All right. Yeah, Victoria and Archie both call him a loser and move on. I say she was at least acquaintances with the prince. We should probably bring her back as well. But that implies some very no good vampires are around.
Are we sure it wasn't Mr. X that did this?
Oh, I doubt Mr. X knows anything about flesh crafting. If he did,
because she can change what she looks like. The prince told maybe she was in the middle of doing that and got stabbed.
Let's hope she was.
I don't know a lot about flesh crafting. Is that possible to be what happened? Can Malkavians do that? That was in character.
I'm sure some of them can.
I kind of want to poke it.
You want to go poke it?
I kind of want to go poke it.
Go poke it, Archie.
I go poke it. I want to see what the milky flesh feels like.
It's basically
Archie has gotten over his fear and is back curious.
It's basically like it feels like vampiric flesh, except just without any kind of elasticity to it. It's just sort of
This is kind of weird. Not as weird as I was hoping.
You do see that her eyes are like, unlike this might not mean so much noticeable to Archie, but unlike Mr. X, the eyes aren't moving or really taking in the world. They're just like dusted over like a corpse almost, which you might associate with kindred in torpor,
Orba.
Yeah, she's sleeping.
which might
Yeah.
suggest she's been that way for
For a bit.
quite a while. Yeah.
What? Okay, so do we want to? What happened with Mr. X? I assume that because Javier is standing here that we won?
Oh, he's in
He
the
just
boot.
grins. He
Victoria
grins, and
sends
you
him.
realize that his mouth is his teeth are stained.
Archie makes a very slightly like grossed out look, even though, which is funny because I just poked her half melted.
You lot are going to be the death of me.
So what do we? If he's in the boot, how do we get her back? What do we do?
They're a tarp. I
know it's a
mean,
comfort
isn't
bar.
our place just across the river?
Yeah, it's not far from
Yeah.
there.
But we are driving what looks to be a crashed vehicle.
Oh yeah,
You want me to
Uh,
find a new one?
it's the me of cars.
No. Yes. Surely there's, I don't know, something in this place that we could
Could we
wrap
call
her up
someone
in.
at the Prince's? Could we call where the Prince is and ask him to send a car?
No. You're thinking about this too hard. There's people in the main room. One of them's got to have a set of car keys on him.
Oh, I love stealing. I don't know if that was in character or not.
You love to steal cars, Javier. We haven't even gotten the first plates cleaned.
We
Christ.
just need to get it across the river. I'm not talking about keeping it.
We could
We can
just
crash it in the
bundle
river
it up.
after we're done.
All right, fuck it. Okay, if that's what you two want to do so badly, go ahead. And Victoria will try and
We'll give him the old car
inspect
keys.
the
It's fine.
room.
It's a swap.
Victoria
I
will
was just
inspect
gonna
the room that the
borrow
corpse
it.
is chilling out in
Yeah.
to see if she can find anything.
I will say while you're going through their pockets looking for keys, Astrid, you're searching behind the bar.
Yeah.
And you eventually you find just the normal things you'd find, like, glasses and cleaning products and things, but you do find a little steel box sort of beneath the cash register, but it's
Uh-huh.
locked.
Is it like just like a regular like padlock or like with keys?
Yeah,
Like does that have like a little yeah.
Yeah, with keys.
I guess I'll check the bartender to see if he's got the keys.
So as you go to check the bartender for keys, you can see Victoria daintily looking through the pockets of one of the corpses across the bar.
She's got gloves on. She's fine.
Yeah. And like she finds like a set of car keys, and I imagine holds them like one might hold like garbage, just like trying to touch it with as little of her fingers as possible. As she takes them through the beaded curtain into the back room, and you find a little set of keys like in the bartender's back pocket.
Yeah, guess I'll check.
Opening the chest, you find a series of Polaroids, and you see they're just faces. Like, some of this, like you recognize Crow, and you recognize
Tackle?
Tackle. Sorry, I should remember that, but I didn't. You recognize like them. There's a lot of other faces that you don't know. Some of them are clearly Nosferatu. Like one of them looks very has like the similar kind of Nosferatu features as Archie. And there's a picture of Ten and another man who like has like a very pale complexion and like dark facial hair, and his hair is like thinning and like creased tightly back against his skull, and they both have written on the back of them in like pen, "No fucking way." And it almost seems like, and on some of the others you see like bar tabs written on the back. Like maybe a phone number here and there, and it seems like maybe it's their way of keeping track of who comes in the bar and who's, and details about them. But those two have no fucking way written on them.
Weird. I'll grab the box and its contents.
Sorry, I'm just thinking of no fucking way, as in I'm not gonna try to bring up a tab on them.
Yeah, she'll kind of come up to Victoria. It's like, I don't know if it's important, but I found this. It's just a bunch of Polaroids of what I think are kindred. Looks
I
like
see.
keeping tabs on something.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
But some of the people we met over in Anarch territory, they're here too.
The Anarchs. Very.
Yeah, Tackle, Crow, they're here. Tin's on here, but he's with another dude. But yeah, I figure I can bring this along.
Yes, take that with you.
Should we look for any security cameras?
I would
There aren't.
like to. There aren't.
There aren't any. It's
Okay.
an old place, and that you didn't even see somewhere that they could like be monitored from. They're just
Okay.
This is an old building and like it's just like they're obviously paying for like the bare minimum space.
Okay. I would also like to check out the room that Alice is like chilling in.
Yep. It was
just in case it's
clearly once a bathroom.
Yeah.
It looks like it's been sort of like the toilet and the sink and all that stuff have just been like broken and carted away, because it's just like a little sort of jagged ceramic patches where they once were. There's like faded green tiling that's kind of falling off in parts, and yeah, it looks like a relatively like she was put there relatively recently. Like there's no sort of dust gathered on the chair or on her, and judging by the way the men in the front bar of like were very recently killed, like that happened tonight. Like you guys know blood and injury well enough to know that. Suggests that she was only put here relatively recently, but there's not much else in here to see. There's she's chained to the chair, but you could pretty easily sort of unbind her just by untangling the chains. Like it's a rush job. Like you may have even interrupted Ten while he was doing it.
Interesting.
What is going on here?
I think maybe we should. What are we? I kind of want to unstake her.
No.
I want to. We can
wouldn't she be,
restake
like-
her after. I want to know what's going on.
Wouldn't she be like super hungry?
Yes, she probably would.
Also,
given her
Astrid, you would know that staking someone is not as easy as we'll just restake them. Like
it's like.
It's a pain.
By the way, just saying, like I put everything I had in staking 10, and it was still pretty tough.
Okay.
We take her to the prince. If he wishes to unstake her, he will have the strength to restake her, should things go poorly.
That's a good point.
But so should we get going?
Yes, I don't think it's safe
should
here.
You want me to take her, or you want me to take him?
Oh, rock, paper, scissors. Flip a coin.
Sure.
I think either is bad.
Also, we probably shouldn't leave the company car here, right?
No, we'll be taking
No.
2 cars.
And Cry, since I actually do have the map up, it is literally just right across the river, right?
It's like a 5-minute drive.
Yeah, probably not even 5 from what it looks like.
Yeah, but you got to account for the fact that the roads and stuff are
But yeah.
shitty.
What?
Like,
Where
yeah,
did Fenris go?
Are you asking
Yeah.
that? Are you asking that out loud?
Yeah, mostly to herself, but like everyone can hear it.
That's, great question. A lot of questions raised here. Not a whole lot of answers.
That's my least
we
favorite
should
kind
get
of
this back
question.
to the warehouse and then figure out our next step.
Definitely.
All right, well, let's get going.
Yep.
You know what?
So
though?
does Victoria want to drive the stolen car or the crashed car?
Oh, they're both shit, aren't they? She'll take the stolen one.
Okay. And they'll
Astra
pass
will
off the
ride with
keys.
Astra will ride with Victoria.
Oh, okay. Come on in. Come on in, my child.
Literally.
Yeah.
So I guess Javier will take Archie in the fucking
Yeah.
beat up car with X's staked body in the trunk.
You can hear him whispering to you through the seat cushions, Archie.
Hey, before we leave, where's Rathu?
Oh, yeah.
Did you pick him back up?
As Archie goes to get into the car, Rathu squeaks out from a nearby storm drain and climbs up.
Oh, thank God you're okay. I give him a little kiss on the forehead.
Oh yeah,
I
Sweetheart
don't
was
think
trying
God's the one you should be thanking.
Sweetheart was trying to get to him, but I kind of got her before she could get him.
Nice.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I was kind of worried it was Rathy that she was trying to get at, and well, I mean,
one
I guess,
second, getting a phone call.
Pause.
I'm pretty sure we can
Yeah.
wrap up on that note, regardless. Just because the next stage of all of this will probably be rather long, and I'd rather we have like a big stretch of time for it. Who's got stains?
I think I'm the only one.
Yeah, I've got the damage that is not real damage, as do we all, but I don't know when that goes
willpower
away.
Damage.
No, the health, the superficial. That's the word.
That goes away at the start of next session.
Okay, cool.
We can do it now just to make sure. Yeah, so
You'll probably
Yeah,
have to fix it because it said it failed again.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna fix it now, but I passed.
Nice.
Cool.
Damn, you were doing really good at maintaining
You're
your
really good at
humanity.
convincing yourself that everything you're doing is fine.
Look, Javier did it, and he goes to church, so how bad could it be?
I mean, her reasoning is probably just like what she said before. He's not human, and he's done terrible things. So she doesn't feel particularly bad because specifically her conviction is that she won't feed off of a human unless they allow it. He is definitely not human.
Fair enough.
And then her other conviction is support and defend her friends.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, so you can all remove health or willpower damage equal to your stamina for health and wits or resolve for willpower. I've already done that for you, Archie. I mean,
And me, because it's already gone.
I did that for Javier too. I might not have actually done it for Archie. I might have done it for Javier instead. Anyway.
Okay.
I did it for myself for superficial damage.
Cool. And so we'll wrap up there. I think that's good. Experience. 2 experience.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
So now we got every session.
And
I've now got 15 experience. I think that means I can level up another fucking
you guys
discipline.
For 1 second, I just gotta run away from the computer and I'll be right back.
Okay, I bite blue. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
You were just the first person whose name I saw on Roll20.
Fair enough, man. What disease do I get?
All of them? All of them.
Damn. I'm riddled. That's fucked up, dude. Why would you do that?
Again, first name I saw.
Fair enough.
I'm a fair man.
I'm still rolling at Victoria spraying Javier like a bad dog.
She's gonna get a spray bottle now. Just bring it around just in case for all 3 of you.
It would be you. Exhausted mum and her 3 terrible children.
Yeah.
I'm back.
All terrible for different
I-
reasons.
I
Oh.
did so good.
You
I
did.
rescued
You did.
Rathu. I stayed 10.
You
I
did
found a
call
box.
the carver.
You did great.
Yeah, actually, I think Astrid should get like 3 experience points because Astrid
Yes.
is pretty.
I tried to eat a dude. That's
Javier was
all
just
I
like,
did.
I love blood paintings. Now I'm going to eat a man.
I will be back in.
I
like 5
actually did
minutes.
start like writing down some like poetry lines in case someone tried to start talking to him while he was obsessed with it.
Everyone's just like, shut up, Javier.
There was
No
a
one
very,
cares.
there was a very brief part that I really liked where like Astrid was trying to get like Javier's attention. He's like, like in the middle of this room full of like corpses and shit. It's like, Like,
Victoria
'cause the thing is-
understands. That's all he cares about.
The thing was, she was like, yeah, there's a bunch of dead bodies around me, but she's like, as far as she knows, those were like humans. And she's like, this is the only non-human in the room except for Javier. And she was like, I know from experience that this is a bad state of hunger to be in.
Also, Astrid has no idea. I don't think Astrid's ever seen a Toreador compulsion.
No, I mean, to be fair, not enough happened for her to really notice because, like, X
She
got
had
the jump on.
things going on.
Yeah,
Mhm.
X got the jump on her, cut her shoulder open, and then she put everything she had in getting a stake in him.
I also love that Javier tried to pass off the urge to write poetry as just dumb Toreador shit and not something he actually does.
Stealth.
Just gotta
Stealth,
mark
you're nerddom
Frank's bar as closed.
forever.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I love how we should probably do something about all the bodies because Masquerade violation.
Oh no, you guys have driven off and left them behind.
I mean, is it like,
someone
We
else's
took all
problem?
the non-human bodies.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, I
That's-
mean, like,
it's someone
It just
else's
looks like a
as-
serial killer went in there.
which, I mean, technically, that is what happened.
Technically.
It's somebody else's problem, not yours.
Mhm.
Like, unless he just decided to kill everyone with his fangs, but I would assume he used the kukri. But,
It looked like
yeah.
they'd
Also-
been bitten.
oh, well, never
Oh.
mind.
That's Sabat territory for you.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
know? That's what you get for living there.
It's their own fault, really.
It really is.
They
You
should
can
know
only
better.
blame yourself.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, look, we just cleaned up the mess. We didn't cause it.
Ah.
Blue, I'm giving you
We-
a humanity stain in real life for that take on.
Yeah,
We
bro.
didn't start the murder.
Yeah. I don't need a humanity stain because real life me is also like, you just shouldn't have fucking lived there, bro. Easy.
Skill issue.
So
Get
it's a
better.
skill issue. Be in a different tax bracket. Cringe.
Cringe. Just making up the term cringe in 1982.
Yeah.
Trendsetter Victoria.
Yeah,
No,
Victoria's an
Cringe
influencer in the other
setter.
one, so
Cringe setter.
It's like, guys, I need a word to encapsulate how I feel about all this cringe.
Probably cringe. I would go as cringe.
That was very fun.
But
Yeah, that's a good one.
I thought it would be more of a fight, but
But Astrid just
Astrid's like,
fucking-
no, I'm gonna pump everything into just stopping this immediately.
Well, like my plan was, because I thought I was just gonna fail, so I was like, I'm just gonna see if I can't burn his reaction, so Javier could then come in and stake
Yeah.
him.
Urban and I
Javier's,
had been
wearing
like
a
war
beret and being
planning.
like, ooh. The blood on
Yeah, I
the
know.
wall.
Getting the compulsion was like, because I had just spent my XP into getting a 3rd dot in melee and a specialty for like knives and short blades, and then fucking and then I get the penalty. Oh right. Also,
I'm back.
I'm not leaving that kukri there. I'm taking that.
Yeah, it was already picked up.
Yeah, because I grabbed him, so I was like, mine now.
you have a chop chop. Yeah,
Nice.
choppy.
We love
We're
a
gonna
chocolate
we're I'm gonna clean it off. I'm gonna wrap it up real nice, and I'm gonna give it to Astrid.
Aw, cute.
I will say that, like, whenever we're about to leave, Astrid will give Archie a hug because this was
Mhm.
difficult.
While
I'll
she's
hug you back.
covered in blood.
Archie doesn't.
All Archie did was hang out in the back room.
No, I'm doing it to
Wondering what-
comfort. This isn't
Oh.
cause of. I'm doing it to comfort Astrid.
Archie doesn't know what happened.
They
Archie's
both think
largely.
they're comforting the other.
Archie was scared, but like. Then he got to poke the goo face.
He did. He got permission to poke the goo.
Yeah, your girl
Oh,
just has
finally.
like an exposed shoulder tendon or something.
Oh, if only someone
fine.
would give me permission to poke the goo.
You'll not
Every
get-
time you say that, like I in my other game that I run, there's a player that just goes around and says, "I'm gonna poke it with my science stick," and by science stick she means a branch.
Very good, very good.
10-foot pole from D&D. That's the thing that's like time tested dungeoneering.
Yeah, it's classic.
Well, like
Poking it with
what's
stick.
funny is that I asked her when they were in a town, "Hey, do you just want to buy a 10-foot pole?" She's like, "No, I like my branch."
Mhm.
The
I respect
branch
it.
is free.
Yeah.
I can only respect it.
Yeah,
I need to
she's a
draw
joy.
Astrid and Javier snarling at each other.
Oh, yeah.
I did find that
Over
funny
who
when
gets to
Javier's
eat
like,
him.
"No, it's mine."
Meanwhile, Astrid-
I told Serb like right after the session last time. I was like, Javier's going to eat that guy.
Yeah,
If
it
we
was
find
just
him,
like
Javier's going to eat him.
it was just one of those things where I was like, "Oh, she's a 4 hunger. That's really hungry. How do I act this out?" And I'm like, I feel like she would try her best to avoid going into a frenzy when like humans are around.
Also, it's a nice bookend.
Mhm.
You know, we started when we met him, and he pointed at Javier and said, "That's mine." And then we ended with Javier pointing at him and going, "That's mine."
Yep.
Very good. It's like poetry, it rhymes.
Yeah, that's why he said poetic, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna write a poem now about all this.
Probably, just not while y'all are looking.
One day you're gonna share it in character.
And get
then
called a
Norm
nerd.
and-
Loser,
Astrid's the only
loser.
one who'd be able to read them. He writes in Spanish.
Oh, true.
Y'all would have no idea what it is. You're just like, the fuck is this shit?
I don't know how my girl keeps passing these remorse checks. I fully expected to be down to 8 humanity. But she did it.
Congratulations, bud.
All right, we will probably raid someone now. I think
Mhm.
depends if there's anyone that I want to raid. Otherwise, I'll just turn the stream off.
Wasps from like Max server
Oh
stream.
yeah, okay. I don't really know wasps, but I'll raid them anyway because I'm a generous person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. We'll be back again
Yay.
next week, most likely. We are getting towards the end of this particular chronicle, but we will be starting another one later. Thank you for watching. And we might even be having I might even be streaming other stuff. I don't know. Anyway,
We love other stuff. And this.
yeah. Bye, everyone.
Stay
Bye.